Dímelo, mi gente. Bienvenido a Dos Amigos Hobby Hustle Podcast, episodio número 8. It's your man with the plan, Joe, my co-host.
The greatest golfer in Florida.
Woo! Daniel.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
We've been working. I know I have. Some other people have been slacking on me.
I've been working. I've definitely been working.
We got to get you on that Dos Amigos game. That's that Dos Amigos schedule. Lot of news since the last episode. A lot of news for future episodes. I think we could start off with Fanatics Fest Orlando. Canceled. So it was supposed to be in November. Got pushed back. Heard rumors of maybe January. And then they finally announced it is no longer happening. So no Fanatics Fest Orlando, no Fanatics Fest LA.
That's kind of crazy.
It's just straight back to New York.
Once a year, that's what they're doing?
I mean, for now at least. I think they want to get it to a point where they perfect what they got. And then if they're going to expand beyond that, then you could expand beyond that. But honestly, I mean, do you like Comic-Con in New York is once a year. Comic-Con in San Diego is once a year. You know, like, it would be nice to have, a national card show is once a year. Like, it would be nice to have multiple, but
yeah,
after...
but Comic-Con is definitely, like, it happens in multiple locations, so it's going on more than once a year.
Yeah, but you get, like, a different mix.
Yeah, I think that's what they were going for originally, but...
For sure. But I think it's different with this because, like, you know, like, at least with Comic-Con, like, okay, we got all these movies coming out in Marvel Universe. We're going to announce that. We're going to have them over here, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's cards at the end of the day. Like, you know, like you're not going to have a big card show surrounded by, like, oh, look, this hot new product is coming out. Like, it's a different vibe for sure.
Yeah.
I'm good with once a year, though. And, I mean, I think New York is fine, you know. It's not the cheapest place in the world. No. You know, those hotels are not.
I think, too, like, for what they're trying to do, like, obviously the goal is to be the biggest, most over-the-top show.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to do that, it makes sense to do it once.
Yeah, no, they're definitely not. I mean, they are, but they're not competing with the Nationals because the Nationals is strictly
totally
cards.
Different.
It's just a bunch of tables. How many tables can we fit in one place at the same time and just go crazy with cards? Even though, as everybody knows, like 70-80% of it is just all vintage cards.
Trash.
But Fanatics Fest is a whole different vibe. It's not only cards. It's like, yo, let's get you this other experience.
Yeah.
And you can't really, you can't replicate that.
There's
nothing else
way different crowd, bro. Like you're not drawing a WWE fan base to Nationals. You're not drawing UFC fans to Nationals.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean, I know obviously they were at Comic-Con. They were getting like we talked about last episode. They're getting ideas of what to do for the next Fanatics Fest, and I like that. You gotta definitely like think even bigger.
Yeah.
You know, the first one was amazing. You know, even though we didn't really get to experience it because we were vending, but I know the first one was amazing, and you got a whole year to plan.
Yeah.
So let's do it. We're gonna do it big. Let's do it. Rumored right now to be in June. I have the dates, but I'm not gonna say them because I need to book my hotels before y'all do. Because the hotel prices are insane.
There's summertime also in New York.
Yeah, summer in New York. You know, that's a Jim Jones song.
That sounds dangerous.
Actually, it's summer in Miami, but you know. But yeah,
Summertime New York. I don't know.
It's gonna be hot.
It's definitely gonna be people act crazier when it's hot outside.
Yeah, for sure. But we'll be indoors, so we'll be fine. But yeah, no, I mean New York, it's a vibe. It is what it is. You know, we definitely got a full experience the last time we were there. It wasn't as crazy for me for Comic-Con.
You were in a different area.
I stayed in a different area, and I just commuted to the Javits Center. I didn't stay in the same area, even though you know where we stayed at was supposed to be. It's supposed to be a nice neighborhood, and not anymore. I mean, nothing really in the city is that nice anymore.
I mean, the neighborhood was nice, I guess.
Sure. I mean, with all the included extra amenities on the streets. But yeah, I mean, I stayed in where'd I stay? I stayed by Battery Park this time around, so I was pretty far. It was like a good 25-minute train ride just to get back in. But I didn't experience anything that I experienced the last time. I'll tell you that much. And I was walking around like at 1 in the morning. because it was during the playoffs, and went to the Mets game against the Dodgers. I think I talked about that last time. That was sick. I saw the Yankees win what was it, game 4 or 5 or whatever it was against the Guardians at like the most famous bar down there. Yeah, it was a vibe. It was definitely a vibe, and it was completely different than where we stayed at before. I mean, I love the food in New York. That I can't. I'll never say anything bad about the food in New York. I could say bad stuff about a lot of other stuff in New York.
No, the food you can't
but that
touch.
Food, woo!
You got so many options.
Shout out to Caleta. That's my spot right there. With that.
Well, your options are a little bit limited than mine are, but
I mean, they're not limited for me. Not in New York. That hot honey pizza is gas. That hot honey pizza was one of the best pizza I ever had.
I saw this lady that went viral on TikTok. She lives in, I want to say, like in the Bronx somewhere, and she's a Dominican woman. She sells plates out of her like kitchen window. So like her kitchen window faces the street, and literally people are lined up like blocks down the street waiting for her plates of food.
I seen that. I follow a guy on TikTok that he's like on the 2nd or 3rd store in his building.
He's always yelling, "What can I make for you?"
That thing is fire, yo.
Yeah.
Some people ask for some simple stuff, but he makes it, and it's like, yo. Like this one guy asked for a grilled cheese sandwich. That was the best looking grilled cheese I've ever seen in my life. I was like, yo, that's gas.
I know what you're talking about.
Somebody else, I think it was a kid, asked for a PB&J or something.
I saw the PB&J.
I was like, yo, that's fire, too.
I saw the PB&J. It's like the girl on TikTok. You ever see the woman on TikTok that she talks like this through all her videos?
No.
But she makes everything from scratch, bro. So she'll start her video and she's like, oh, my kids asked me for Capri Sun today. So she made Capri Sun from scratch.
Oh, man. That's gas.
Yeah, it's cool. Her shit's cool, too.
Yeah, no, and then I don't know what algorithm I started hitting, but I started seeing people eating frogs, and I was like, what is this? I had a guy in this car, and he had a plate, and there was like 30 little frogs, like I'm talking legs and head attached, and he's eating them with the chopsticks. I was like, yeah, no, this is why I'm vegan, dog.
No offense. No offense to anybody that eats that, but I can't do it.
That's why I'm vegan. And then there was another one.
No, they probably got a vegan option for you, don't worry.
No, I'm good. Then there was another one. It was a little girl, and she grabs the whole frog. I mean, obviously it's not alive, but the whole frog. It was like a medium-sized frog. This girl might have been like a year or something. And she bites the head off. I was like, oh, no. What am I watching?
No.
What kind of algorithm did you get me in, bro? I'm supposed to be in the vegan algorithm, not this stuff.
No.
Yeah, no, I was like, yeah, this is why I don't eat anything like that.
Nah, let's talk about cards again.
That was horrible.
No, bro.
Absolutely horrible.
I can't do it.
Oh, man. Yeah, so back to New York. We did not experience any of that, thankfully. We had some fire hot honey pizzas. This time I went to like 6 or 7 different places that I hadn't been to before. I try to make it a point that I went to different places. The only place that I went to before was Coletta.
What about the steak? Didn't you go to like a steakhouse?
Yeah, so it's an actual steakhouse.
Oh, so they sold real beef there.
Yeah, it's an actual steakhouse. Went with David, piece of the game. Shout out to David. And we went after the show on Thursday. So we did the presentation with eBay Live Thursday. Then at night, I was like, yo, I'm down for that, if you're down for it. And he was like, yeah, if they got, like meat. I was like, yeah, it's a steakhouse. They just happen to have one vegan option. Yeah. And I was like, I've never tasted that before. I was like, I'm down to try it. So it was all right. It wasn't the greatest thing I've ever tasted. It wasn't bad.
What was it made out of?
I'm assuming like seitan. Or mushrooms. It might be mushrooms.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like they didn't make it from scratch. So there's a company that makes it, and then they just like fry it or cook it or whatever. So it wasn't from scratch, and it was okay. It was okay. Again, like now if you were telling me like it was a $15 steak, $18 steak, all right, I would probably buy it again. That thing was $44.
Oh my God.
I was like, yeah, no, I'm thankful I didn't pay for this. But yeah, no, it wasn't it wasn't, you know, anything. Like if that $44, I would have used that towards Caleta. Had a way better time. Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't anything that I would be like, yo, you gotta try this.
Yeah, no.
I had a rainbow bagel. There's a famous bagel shop down in on the Lower West Side, like literally right by where I was staying. They had a rainbow bagel, and then they had like different schmears, vegan schmears. So I had a strawberry schmear with a rainbow bagel, gas, and the schmear was made from tofu, but like you would never tell. It doesn't taste anything like tofu's bland, and you can make it to whatever you want it to make it. I would, if you would have just given me the bagel, or if you give somebody the bagel, there's no way in this earth they would have told you like, yo, this isn't like, or it's tofu. Like maybe they would have told you like, oh, it definitely doesn't taste like cream cheese, even though to me it kind of tasted like cream cheese. But there's no way they would have told you that it wasn't like it was tofu. I thought that was amazing. I was like, yeah, this is like, and it's homemade. Like that's what I like. If I'm gonna pay money for some vegan stuff, make it homemade. Like don't buy it from somebody and then you're cooking it and then you're charging me $40 for it.
They probably bought a steak from Impossible.
Yeah, it wasn't Impossible. I know the brand. I forgot what the brand's name, but they're like up and coming and like they only serve it to restaurants. They don't even sell it to like in the store. You can't buy it. But yeah, the bagel was fire. Coletta obviously fire. What else I tried? I tried a couple different things, but everything was pretty fire. But yeah, Coletta is definitely, like I tried the pizza again, and I was like, let me make sure it wasn't like that one time. No, it was gas. The pizza was gas. I ate the whole thing.
One?
Yeah, that honey one.
That thing was gas.
That thing was gas.
That thing was pretty fire.
So that was fire. But I think New York is a great spot for card shows. It's not the cheapest. It's definitely not the cheapest. So you're gonna turn off a lot of people. But, you know, then if you also go the cheapest route, you're gonna turn off a lot of people. Like, if it wasn't the Nationals, I would have never gone to Cleveland. And even at that, if they go back to Cleveland, I don't know if I want to go. There's literally nothing to do in that city. There was nothing to do in that city. It was horrible, bro. At least with Chicago, yeah, I get it. I'm in Rosemont. I'm not really in Chicago.
Yeah, but the blue line is right there.
But yeah, I could do that. Or if I want to rent a car, which I did last time, it's a 40-minute drive to the city, and then I could do stuff in the city. Like you want one day to detox.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get like there was nothing to do in Cleveland, bro. I stayed in my hotel or I was at the show. I've never gone to the Nationals every single day.
But that was what time of the year was that?
July. It's always July.
They got some good golf courses out there, bro.
In Cleveland? Oh, well, I'm not golfing, so I'm definitely not golfing. But next year it's obviously same time, but Chicago. They're doing Chicago 3 years in a row now. I would take Chicago over Cleveland any day of the week. I've seen some people complain and try to say, oh, man, we should go back to Atlantic City. Hell no,
bro.
That place is dumb.
Trash. Also, too, like that area in Rosemont right there by the convention center, bro, that's not a bad
No, that's a nice neighborhood. And I mean, there's nothing. There's literally nothing.
You got the mall right behind there.
Yeah, you got the casino.
Then you got a bunch of restaurants.
You got the casino, the mall, and then you just got the airport. Like you're not like in a bad neighborhood.
It's not a bad area at all.
No, it's not like you're not in the South Side. You know, like you're not on an old block. But like Cleveland is not a terrible area either. At least where it was, it wasn't like
rural-ish.
It just looks like not the greatest affluent neighborhood. The best word I could use. It doesn't look like an affluent neighborhood. But again, there's literally nothing to do. Like coming from somewhere like here where you could have a million different options of things to do, or you go to New York or LA or Chicago, you have a million options of things to do. Yeah. And then you go to Cleveland, you're like, I don't know how you people live here, bro. Like I get it that it's cheap, but I can't live there.
How far is like Canton from there?
It's not that far.
You could take a drive to the Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but I know people that have gone and they're like, yo,
super underwhelming.
It was all right.
Yeah.
It was mid.
I went there one time.
I know somebody went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too. That's in Cleveland. And they were like, yeah, that was all right too.
Yeah, no.
Like, you know, but you go there, you go to the other one, and that's it. Then you're like, okay, what else do I do here?
I had with my flight attendant days, I had like a 24-hour layover. One time we used to fly to Canton, Akron. Oof. Yeah. But so I knew that the Hall of Fame was there, but I didn't know like where it was, how easily accessible it was. So I get there and I have like 24 hours and I start going on Yelp, things to do. And it was the first thing that popped up. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, I'm going to take the day to go do this. Got there and it was like I'm gonna spend 30 minutes here. I'm ready to go.
That's honestly how I felt also in Atlanta the first time I went to the College Football Hall of Fame. Like College Football Hall of Fame, if you really want to, you could do it all in under an hour.
Yeah, same over there.
I'm like, bro, this is small.
Yeah.
This is really small. Like I was expecting something massive. For some reason, I just thought. I mean, but college football has been around for longer than NFL. The first college football game was like 1890. It was Rutgers against I forget who. You know, like you got history there.
Yeah.
And this building is tiny. I was like, yo, that's it? I paid $30-something for this, bro? Get out of here. I would have never gone back if it wasn't for the Tops conference this year was in Hall of Fame.
I don't remember what it cost to get in there, but I had to pay an Uber to go there, had to pay for the entrance, and then pay for an Uber to get back to the hotel.
Yeah, no, that's not worth it. Yeah, no, but like, yeah, no, I'm happy. I think we need shows in definitely better cities. Like, I get it. You know, people from Cleveland want to go too, but, you know, we all got to catch flights. You better go catch your flight.
Why not Miami too? Like,
it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I mean, there's yet to be a successful card show here.
That's my point too. Like that should.
I mean, with the right marketing, I think it could happen.
And I feel like Topps has that kind of, like Michael Rubin has that pull to make it successful.
For sure. But you gotta actually want it first. Like, I know Collecticon was trying to go to Miami next year. They had a falling out with Miami Beach Convention Center because Miami Beach Convention Center was being greedy about, you know, like an extra day because the show is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but Collecticon wanted Thursday as a free day. Like they didn't want to pay the convention center to rent it and nothing is going on, but they wanted it so that people could set up. And the convention center was like, nah, we're not going to give you a free day. So they were like, all right, I guess we're not doing it.
Sounds like Miami.
And the last I heard, they were looking at Fort Lauderdale. I don't know if that deal ever got closed or whatever, but I know they were looking at Fort Lauderdale. But Fort Lauderdale is nice too. Fort Lauderdale is right on the ocean, and it's brand new. They redesigned the whole thing. It's literally brand new.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't be a bad option. But to me, it's like there's no way you could tell me that the Dallas card show that happens every month or every other month is successful, and one down here can't. Mind you, the Dallas card show is not even in Dallas. It's in Allen, which is 40 minutes away. Like, you have to literally rent a car and drive up there. Yeah. You can't Uber up there. You have to drive up there. You're renting a car to go to the show. Right. You know, and you can't tell me that you wouldn't fly into Fort Lauderdale and the thing is right there. It's not like it's in Fort Lauderdale. It's called Fort Lauderdale Convention Center. It's in Fort Lauderdale.
I think, but you know what Texas has to their advantage is like they're more reachable driving than South Florida is. You think about like if somebody's coming from Oklahoma and they're driving to Allen, cool, maybe 2.5 hours. Or people coming from Houston, Austin, people coming from Louisiana.
Yeah, I know they think about that as well. You know, and they definitely think about that. But I mean, the way I think about it is like, how many people are gonna visit? Like, how many people would want to fly out here?
Oh, bro, a lot.
A ton.
Yeah.
You know, like you're telling me like, hey, yo, National Card Show in Fort Lauderdale or National Card Show in Cleveland.
Right.
People are gonna be like, sure, it's easier to accessible to go to Cleveland than it is all the way down in Fort Lauderdale. But I guarantee they're gonna have a way better time in Fort Lauderdale than they would in Cleveland. You know, sorry to keep disrespecting Cleveland, but it's only the truth.
I guess it depends on your crowd too, because bro, that national crowd is such an older crowd.
Yeah, I mean it's changing. I mean the vendors are older for sure, but I think the actual people that are attending are younger.
Younger, yeah.
And then a lot of them are new because a lot of them, like I hear it every year, like, oh, this is my first national. Oh, I've never been to a card show. Period. You know, like you're getting a lot of that crowd. So why not introduce them to somewhere like South Florida, where you know you got the beach right on. It's going to be on 16th Street. The beach is right there. So people probably staying on the beach or staying somewhere on Davie Boulevard or something. Like there's a lot of options.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a way better experience. But it's definitely not easier. If you're an actual vendor, it's definitely more driving.
I was gonna say it'd probably be way more expensive for them.
I mean, if you're driving from like Minneapolis to Ohio, you're probably driving from Minneapolis to Fort Lauderdale anyways. You know, like it is what it is. You know, so it's just a matter of do I want to do it? Is it
I think too, do they want to spend the money too? Because for sure the venue's more expensive down here. That's gonna get passed down to the vendors. They're gonna have to pay more for their tables, like.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but I mean, the national period is not cheap.
Facts.
You're paying freaking a lot of money,
Yeah,
over
it's
two
pretty
thousand
crazy.
dollars for those
Yeah,
boots.
it's nuts, bro.
I mean, we paid a pretty grip for that. Like, so,
Nuts.
I mean, it doesn't get more expensive than New York, I think, and we paid a pretty grip for it. But was it worth it?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
For sure.
It was definitely awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got Collecticon possibly coming down here next year. You got the Fanatics Fest. I sent you the list of shows that I'm looking at wanting to hit.
China.
So China show would be sick. I wanted to do the London card show. It happened like the weekend before the Chinese show, and everything that I heard though was like super mid. Or like it was all right, and it's not even, bro. I looked at the map. It's nowhere near London. It's one of those things. It's another one. It's like, oh, we're in Dallas, Texas. They tell you it's Dallas because it's the most known city you know, and then it's 45 minutes north. This thing said it was in London. It was like a good hour south. I'm like, bro, it's not London. Like, like call it what it is, whatever it is. If I know what that's where it's gonna be, I'm not going, bro. It is far. It is not close. The Chinese one was sick though because it's like it's in mainland China, but it's like right next to where you would catch the ferry to go to Hong Kong.
That's dope.
So like if you want to stay in Hong Kong, you would just have to catch a ferry for an hour every morning, or you could just stay in mainland and then go to Hong Kong like once or twice on your trip, however long you go. So that was dope.
Man, I've seen some crazy videos online of places to visit in China, bro. Like, I would sign up to go out there.
Yeah, no, they got some wild stuff.
So much cool shit.
Yeah, I've seen a village that was like at night.
Yeah.
It has a waterfall in the middle of the village. I was like, oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would definitely want to make that trip next year. That I would want to go to the Toronto show just because I've never been to Canada and I know it's a massive show.
I think we met the dude that throws that show too, no? The guy at Fanatics?
Well, they got two shows in Canada. He throws one, and then the Toronto card show was the other one. I forgot what the name of his was.
I forgot too.
But his is a big show too. But either one, I would want to hit either one of those for sure. The Toronto one just happened to. I want to hit Burbank card show. I haven't been to Cali in a long time.
I've never been to a Burbank card show. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, so Burbank card show, another one of those.
Yeah.
But this one's the opposite. So Burbank card show used to actually be in Burbank, and that's not close to like where you would normally go.
Yeah, no.
You know, now the Burbank card show. Well, so they have two different Burbank card show venues. You could either go to in Ontario, Ontario, California, which is east, like kind of a drive. But then his big one now is in Anaheim. He still calls it the Burbank Card Show, but it's in Anaheim. But that's the one I want to go to. But that one's not going to happen until like September. They're having one in February that's in Ontario. But the one in the one in Anaheim, which is a brand new convention center, redesigned, the whole 9 yards. That one's in September, I think. But yeah, I just want to do different card shows that, I mean, besides the obvious ones. The obvious ones for me is going to be Fanatics and Nationals. Like, those are the two you got to go to. We're going to be vending at Fanatics. Got to go to Nationals. But yeah, I definitely want to go to like different card shows that I haven't been to before. Big ones, you know, like Dallas card show I went to once already. I thought it was okay. It was all right. I didn't think it was like, oh man, you got to go to this show.
I feel like that's another one of those shows where it's kind of the same vendors also, like.
It's a big show. I mean, they claimed, they said there was way more tables than I found. I was like, yo, there's no way that, like, they were like, oh, it's 600 tables. I'm like, bro, I feel like there was 200, if that, you know? But I had a horrible experience.
There was like 600 2-foot tables.
Yeah, no, it wasn't as great as I was planning in my head. And again, I thought it was actually in Dallas, and then when I started researching it, I was like, this thing is not even in Dallas, bro. This thing's in Allen, Texas. But yeah, no, I thought that one was all right. I didn't think it was like a show that I have to go to again. Would I go to it again? Maybe, you know, but it wasn't a show that I was like, oh, I gotta go. But it's one of those shows where it's like every other month, so you kind of lose the flavor of it. It's the once a year, twice a year shows that get all the juice, because that's what, like, it's that hype. Everybody's like, oh, it's the show. Yeah. Like Nashville card show, I wouldn't mind doing that. That one's a big one I hear every year. I wouldn't mind going to Nashville.
I wouldn't mind.
You know, Nashville is a good one. There's one in Minnesota that I hear is like massive. If it's in I like Minnesota itself, I've been there. Not the greatest place in the world, but they got some vegan fried chicken there. Let me tell you, gas. And he serves it to you in a bucket, like if it was KFC. Gas.
Like a fake bone in it also?
Did it have a bone? I don't think so.
Like a little wood stick?
Yeah, I don't remember if it did or not. But let me tell you, gas. I was like, oh, this is where it's at right here. I told them, I was like, yo, you don't ship this? Like, I would buy this. Like, freeze it, ship it to me. I'm buying it. I promise you I would buy it. I would buy it in buckets. It was so good. It was so good. I was like, what are you doing here, bro? Like, go down south for something. We need you down here. But I always look for the food. That food right there was fire. But the only good thing about Minneapolis was, like, I stayed in the fanciest hotel I've ever stayed in my life, and I think it was like $100 a night.
Yeah.
But it was insane.
Was it downtown or was it?
Yeah, it was downtown. It was deserted.
Nice. Yeah.
Downtown's deserted after night.
No, bro.
Like, it was the whole, like, I think it was the whole second or third floor. The entire second or third floor was the gym. And you're overlooking the city.
That's cool.
And then, like, they had a squash court inside the gym. I was like, bro, this is wild. They had like 40 Pelotons, 40, 50 treadmills.
That's like the only city I've ever been to that I've seen connected. All the buildings are connected, so you can literally walk through downtown without going outside.
Yeah, that was wild. I was like, this is, like, I would never live here, but, like, that's wild.
Yeah.
I went to Malls of America. That was always on my bucket list.
Yeah, that place is nuts.
That was always on my bucket list.
Did you ride any of the rides in there?
I didn't. I did go to the aquarium. I thought the aquarium was all right.
Yeah.
It wasn't crazy, but just having an aquarium in a mall, period, is insane. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
No, it's cool. Yeah, we used to stay at a hotel that was connected to the mall, so you would go down to like the third floor, and you could literally walk into the mall from there.
Nice. Yeah. No, my trip was different because that's when I sold the Anthony Edwards card. So I stayed there the night. I woke up, checked out of the hotel. I only brought a backpack with me. I met the guy at the bank. He wired me the money for the card, and then he dropped me off at the mall. And I was like, all right, I'm staying here for another couple hours, and I'm flying back home. Best trip ever, yo. Oh, man.
I wonder what that card is worth now.
I mean, I sold it for a good amount. I don't know if you would maybe get a little bit more for it. But I know there was periods where the card was definitely way less than I sold it for.
Yeah, but he's trending now.
Yeah.
I think that he's kind of like, he's taking over as kind of the face of the league right now.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, I'm happy I sold it when I sold it, you know? So I'm good with it. I don't look back. I'm good with the sale. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm looking forward to some shows this year. We got to get that list together, meet some people, come out, say hi. Then we got product coming out. So biggest product right now is Wild. Can't keep it in stock. Update Chrome.
Going nuts.
We've probably had like over 70, 80 cases, 90 cases.
We had somebody pull a debut patch.
Yeah, from a mega box.
I thought it was a blaster.
Nah, they don't have blasters.
They don't have blasters. It's just megas.
Yeah, it's just megas. So he hit it off a mega box. Debut patch, Jacob Amaya. Insane. That was wild. And then he bought a hobby box and hit what was it, Yamamoto Auto, number 25, I think. Like, this guy's luck is insane.
Jeez.
So yeah, shout out to him. But
yeah, facts.
we've gone through like 80 or 90 cases of hobby, and it's like, I get it. I put it on the website and it just sells out, or we put it on the shelf and it sells out. Jumbles, we haven't had too many. We've only got like 2 waves of it sold out immediately. But the hobbies, we've been getting them and they just keep selling. It's a crazy, crazy, crazy product. But everybody wants that Paul Skeens. They want that 30-year season ticket.
Not I. Not I.
Nah, I'm taking the money.
Pay me my money.
I originally said I would take the 30 years because I have money coming in for 30 years. But then I didn't know at that time when I said it that behind the plate tickets for the Pirates right now sell for like 30, 40 bucks.
I mean, and it could go up.
Oh, it definitely could go up.
In 30 years,
listen, they get the right draft picks and they keep building.
Yeah.
You get lucky with another, Paul Skeens and you could turn into a winning franchise. Obviously, those tickets aren't going to be $40 anymore.
But
The
still,
problem is that you're not a known franchise for spending money. You know, it's not like the Braves or the Yankees or the Mets or the Dodgers, the Red Sox, where they're just, even if they suck, you know they spent money to suck. You know? Like, but you got the players, you got the hype at the beginning of the year. Like, you know?
paid money to suck.
It's true, though, but the Pirates don't even pay money, and they just suck. It's like the Marlins, you know? It's basically like the Marlins. They do the least amount of possible, and just, you know, it is what it is every year. So would I take the season tickets now after doing the math? No, probably not.
And there's been a bunch of other stuff that's been added into there. They keep adding stuff into.
Yeah,
the mix,
I think it's going to get a good amount of money. I mean, Volpe got 150 last year. I feel like he could get 150.
I think more.
I'm just saying minimum
Yeah,
he could
yeah.
get 150. If it's 150,000 now or the season tickets, I'm gonna take the 150 because I
want
don't
my
trust the
money.
Pirates enough to spend the money to be a good franchise.
Yeah, no.
If it was the Yankees, the Dodgers, I would take the season tickets because you figure it's probably gonna be like $200 a ticket minimum, you know, to sit behind home plate.
Yeah.
That's minimum.
Yeah.
And 200, there's 82 home games, there's 30 years of that. That's a lot of money. It's
Yeah.
going to be a lot more than $100,000.
And you throw in like series against the Red Sox where you're charging more.
Exactly. Yeah. No, and it's, I mean, it's easy to sell them. People are like, oh, it's going to be so hard to sell them. It's not.
No, not a
Because if
Yankees
you have season tickets, you just literally click one button on StubHub, say upload all my tickets, and it's just selling your tickets every game. You don't have to do anything. You just collect the money. That's all you're doing. So it's not hard work. And if it was a better team, I would do it because that's money for 30 years. Where like, you know, like I don't have to say, okay, I got 150 now and I'm going to blow it all and then that's it. The money's gone. Where it's 100, like 10 years from now, I could be in a different place financially. I could be worse off, you know, and it's just, oh crap, this is money that I know. $200 every like 1 or 2 days coming in. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. So it's definitely, you know, it could be a money saver or it could be a lifesaver if it's a 30-year thing. But yeah, no, for the Pirates, I'm definitely taking the money.
Give me my money.
I put that on Golden, let it ride, negotiate with Golden, and be like, yo.
I would call the Pirates directly and be like, hey, like I'm not interested in the tickets, but how much money you want to spend on this?
Yeah, and somebody's gonna spend money.
Yeah, like forget the tickets. How much money y'all got in your pocket?
Yeah, I mean, I think your best bet is definitely to try to negotiate beforehand, see what you could try to get, and then, you know, at the end of the day, if you feel like you get more on Golden, you hit up Golden, be like, yo, I want 0% commission. In return, you're getting more publicity.
Yeah.
You know? But I want 0% commission. I want at least a $200,000 advance, you know? Because once he advances you the money, that's it. If it goes for more, you get more. If you don't, then you get your money, your 200.
Yeah, you don't have to give it back.
So I want my 200. I want it. The number one, like, I want ESPN. I want everybody to cover this. So you're going to make sure you get some bread.
Who else? I mean, everybody's talking about the Skeens, but who else? Who else is in there right now?
Ellie got pulled already.
Ellie got pulled?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I think from a mega box, too. So Ellie got pulled, but everybody else still alive. J-Dom's still alive. Everybody's still alive, except for Ellie. Ellie's the only one. Ellie's the only one that's gotten pulled. But it's a crazy product. That's why it keeps selling out. We get more and we sell out. We get more and we sell out. We get more and we sell out. Now, once Skeens get hits, then we'll see what happens with the market. But for now, hopefully no Skeens get hit. let the people keep ripping. But yeah, that's probably the hottest product right now. Probably the hottest product maybe for the rest of the year. Bowman Draft's coming out soon.
Hottest product all year?
Probably. I mean, probably. There's a lot of hot products, but this is a freaking massive one. Bowman Draft coming out December 4th. The class is pretty good, really good. But I'm thinking they're going to do something crazy like they did last year with Tom Brady. They might do something crazy, you know, maybe like a Russ or something.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a cool idea they threw into that. So
I'm looking forward to that. We definitely, you know, they're not satisfied. They're not satisfied. They want to keep inventing and keep creating and keep doing stuff. Some people like it. Some people hate it. It is what it is. I feel like some people just complain just to complain. They're just not happy. They're never gonna be happy. It is what it is. You just keep doing what you do, and you keep growing. You know, and that's with everything. I think with everything, people just complain about everything just to complain.
Everything except the Tops Now cards.
Yeah. Well, the Shohei cards are coming out finally.
Did you
I
see
paid for
that?
those things in October.
I think I saw a Mike Tyson, Jake Paul Tops Now card.
Yeah, they had the 101 autograph with those. They just came out with the Livy Dunn, Paul Skeens Tops Now for when they announced the Rookie of the Year. Listen, Tops Now is where it's at, dog. Don't hate.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. The Shohei set is definitely going crazy. I think
Oh
the
my
packs are
God.
like $60, $70 already right now.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple boxes of that coming, but I had to buy it on the website.
Did you buy boxes or packs?
I bought boxes.
But you know what sucks about the boxes is that you're limited hit-wise. Like, you can only have one hit per box.
No, there's 10 of those packs come in one box.
I know, but the box is limited to one, like, short print or auto.
Oh, well,
So, like, if you buy, like, 10
you see
individual
how much those
packs,
boxes are going
I
for?
know, but
For what I paid and what they go
I'm thinking of, like, somebody from the perspective of somebody that's going to rip them. I know you're not ripping those, but, like, if I wanted to rip 10 packs, I'm better off buying 10 individual packs. I'm giving myself more chances.
What if you just ripped the box and sold the individual pack? How are they going to know?
Again, I'm talking
Not
about...
that I would do that. How would you
I'm talking about if I was
I mean, they
ripping
have
the
to be
packs.
marked somehow.
I don't know. I wonder. Maybe they're like long crimps and short crimps, maybe. Who knows?
I don't know. I'm not opening it to find out.
Yeah, no.
So I'm selling it for what it is. I forgot what I paid, but I know it's going for way more than I paid.
Yeah.
It's going for like 6 times
No,
more.
bro, the packs are like $60, $70 right now.
Yeah, I think they were only like $10 or something.
$10 or $12 maybe.
Yeah, they weren't that expensive at all. Like I bought 3 boxes and I only bought 3 because that's all they let me buy. Yeah. I would have bought way more. I missed out on the USA Olympic stuff because I was like, no one's gonna buy this, and I missed out. But yeah, no, I didn't miss out with this. I was like, no, I'm buying this. I am buying this. But that Shohei, if anybody hits one of those 101s, those things are beautiful.
Dead. Yeah.
Those things are beautiful. Those things are beautiful.
The resale on those packs are dead if somebody hits those 101s.
Yeah, no, you got to hit all 3 though. Because there's 3 of them. So.
I think there's one already that's been pulled. No, I think one got.
I haven't even shipped it yet.
No,
I haven't gotten mine.
No, bro, they ship. People have them.
Nah,
I promise. I saw somebody opening the pack the other day. I think.
no, they just posted it yesterday. I think that they're finally here. They just got signed. They literally were just with him getting signed. I haven't even gotten a notice that mine shipped.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, they're definitely not here yet. But yeah, no, that set looks beautiful. That was a good investment. Talking about investments earlier, that was a good investment for me.
Long-term investments. Long-term investments.
No, that's very short term because that's as soon as it gets here, it's gonna get sold. But yeah, no, anything like that, I'm looking now to like capitalize on, and just buy and flip and buy and flip. I think it's a good, you can't buy a ton of it, but whatever you could buy, like the Olympic stuff, you could have bought whatever you want. If you wanted 1,000 of them, you could have bought 1,000. You would be sitting on $1 million right now.
Crazy.
They were going for like $12 a pack. They're going for like
that's the thing,
$600.
bro. There's so many variations of this Tops now. It's like, how do I know what to buy and not buy from there?
Just have to guess, bro. You have to guess.
So all right, so let's take the Tyson Jake Paul card.
No.
Dead. That's not going nowhere.
No.
I can't see anybody wanting that.
No. I'm not getting that. You can't buy it anymore anyway. It's only 24 hours.
I can't see anybody buying that.
But that's
bro.
why,
Who
like
wants
now,
that?
I'm looking at it and saying, okay, what's the end game? Like, what's the 101? If it's the 101 something that people are gonna want, if it is, I'm buying it. If it's not, I'm not buying it. I didn't buy the Olympic one because I wasn't sure, and look, I feel like an idiot. But then the Shohei, I was like, oh, I'm buying this. But the Shohei was limited. It wasn't like a regular Tops Now, because it's like a dynasty. That's how the cards are, the hit cards, the 101s are. But anything that comes up further now, if I think it's going to be something that's worth it, I'm buying it, 1,000%. And I'm going to buy a ton of it, and hope that I don't get burned. But, but that's the risk you take. You can't make money if you don't take risks.
No, it's true.
It is what it is.
Scare money don't make no money.
Yeah, Billy Napier said that, but now he sucks at Florida. So.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, well, Florida coach. Ask him how week 1 happened. Or what happened in week 1. But yeah, I mean, Tops Now, it has its place, bro. Again, it's not like you're forced to buy it. It's up for 24 hours. If you want to buy it, you buy it. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. Like, let's say only 1,000 people wanted that Jake Paul and Tyson card. And they're like, okay, we'll buy it. 1,000 people. That means that there's a 101 and only 1,000 packs because somebody's gonna get the 101. But now there's only 1,000. But now if it's a set like the Olympic one where they sold 1 million, or it wasn't really 1 million, it was like 500,000. But now you got a 101 and 500,000. And then people are wondering why they haven't found it yet. But it's because you got 500,000 of these things out there. If it's something that only you care about, like this guy went to UM and now he's a pitcher for, whoever, and he's a rookie of the year next year. And let's say a lot of people don't care about him. Let's say he goes to the Marlins. There's probably not going to be a lot of people that are like, oh, man, I really care to buy this guy's cards. Yeah. You have a good shot of buying a bunch and taking home the 101, or at least a very short printed card. Yeah. But if it's something that everybody wants, then yeah, you're competing with a lot of people. Tops Now has its place. It is what it is. Again, it's not like they're forcing it down your throat. It's 24 hours. You want it, buy it. You don't want it, don't buy it. Sure, there's a Tops Now for everything, but again, it's the same. It's still the same rule.
I'm waiting for a Michael Rubin Tops Now card.
If you want it, buy it. If you don't want it, don't buy it. And then it's gonna leave the other people that do want it a better chance of hitting a 101. And their 101 might not be worth anything, but if they wanted it, then it doesn't matter anyways.
Yeah, true. It's their value. It's whatever they value it at.
So it is what it is. But update Chrome. So switching on to Pokemon really quick.
Man, Pokemon's going crazy right now.
Surging Sparks, wild.
Yeah, you see the price of that Pikachu right now?
Yeah, it's gonna crash so hard when they reprint that, or not even reprint, when they release second wave. Oh, it's gonna crash so hard. But yeah, Surging Sparks, insane. You can't get it anywhere anymore. People have been hitting me up like crazy, and I'm just like, bro, if I had it, I wouldn't sell it to you right now anyways. Like I would sell it to my customers. I'm not selling it to another store. It is what it is, but you can't get it. Prismatic, I get messages every single day for Prismatic. We have about 5-6 pallets on order. I released 900 boxes on the website. They lasted 24 hours. 24 hours they lasted. At MSRP, $50, no more than that. They lasted 24 hours. I haven't released any more because I want to make sure I'm going to get those additional boxes before
I have my notification set up on Pokemon Center if they release another wave. If somebody wants to sell one for under $100, please let me know. I'm not trying to pay $200 for it.
That's not going to happen. I mean, they're going to release more.
They're going to release more. I just got to watch it. I'm going to get a chance to get some.
They're going to release more.
So the last time I ordered a Pokemon Center exclusive ETB, it was $151. And I got it in the mail. I opened up the box. The ETB was literally just thrown in a box. No padding, nothing. The plastic was ripped. All the corners were beat to hell. It looked terrible, right? So I hit up Pokemon and I'm like, yeah, I need a refund. Look at this. You know what they told me?
Ship it back?
No. I wish they would have told me that. They told me that the packaging is designed to protect the contents and that the contents of the ETB should be good, so they can't refund me. They can't return it.
I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time,
no, bro, it doesn't make sense.
It makes sense.
How many people are buying for a sealed collection?
Absolutely.
And that's the point I tried to make to them, and they're like, yeah, I don't care about that.
Yeah, they're not catering to you.
I was pissed, bro.
They're not catering to you. They're catering to the people that want to rip the packs. And the packs, are going to be fine.
I was so upset.
But, yeah, no, it is what it is. I get it. I get it where they're coming from. Because that's how they get it to not refund you.
Yeah, exactly that. That's their workaround the refund.
1,000%.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Pokemon's hot right now. It's insane. Part of the shows, of the list of shows for next year that I'm hitting are definitely going to be more Collecticons because that's where we buy the majority of our slabs and singles. But I want to go to different Collecticons. Like, I want to go to the big ones. The obvious one would be Orlando. Obvious one would be Fort Lauderdale if they do go to Fort Lauderdale. But I want to go to different ones that I haven't been to before. Because, aside from the show, I like taking, a couple hours or the day off and like exploring.
Yeah.
When I went to Denver, I went to the Rocky Mountains. The show itself sucked, but the Rocky Mountains was fire. I think that was dope as hell. So I'm looking to do cities that I haven't done before. I think that's a good combination of.
That's cool.
The LA one is usually popping. I might do that one just because usually it's pretty big. This year I heard it was bad. Last year was insane. So we'll see. But yeah, if they have different options, I want to see where, just to try out a new city. But yeah, no, more shows next year. Different shows, different countries. We got to hit different countries.
Gotta get them stamps.
Yeah, I gotta fill
those
up my book.
passport
I'm close to filling up my
stamps.
book from just regular travel.
I just got a new passport. I got plenty of space.
Oh yeah, there you go. Just stamp away.
I got plenty of space.
Yeah, no, but we definitely got to do that. We got to plan out our schedule, see what we do, what cities we visit, what shows we go to. I think it's gonna be the next goal beyond store number 2, which is really store number 1 recreated. We're in, as you can see, these shutters. You ain't breaking in here. So don't try it.
We're in the doomsday bunker.
Yeah, you ain't breaking in here. Don't try it. This is expensive stuff right here. Don't make me have to pay for this again. But store is opening in the next 2 weeks. We're moving everything up from the original store to this store. This store is 3 times the size of the original store. Having a coffee shop in here, boba tea. It's right behind. We're gonna have a bar, TV with sports. It's gonna be a vibe. We got this
little lounge
couches.
area.
You know, I don't know too many. I mean, there's definitely card shops with couches, but not a lot of them.
Yeah, no.
But this is gonna be a whole vibe. We got our streaming rooms for our streamers when they stream online, which we got some announcements. Not this episode, future episode about that. But yeah. Until next week, I think we're good now. We're just hoping Hurricanes keep winning. We got to win this week. Your Dolphins probably come back of the year.
Dolphins are gonna win the Super Bowl this year.
Nah,
bro.
don't stop.
No, that's the
All right,
script.
we're cutting the episode now.
That's the script. It's scripted.
We're cutting the episode now. Until next time, episode 9. We come in episode 9. This place is gonna look even more different. I mean, you can't see it right now because you're just seeing the doomsday shutters.
No, we'll crop in a little update.
Yeah, but we're working. I mean, these hands are. If you see these hands, this isn't like a fashion statement. Don't look at those hands. These hands are not like. I'm not trying to be like what's his name, Machine Gun Kelly. This is actual
or
paint.
Lil Uzi.
Yeah, no, these are paint. Look at that. I even got cut yesterday.
Aww.
No, that hurt. That really did hurt, actually.
Yo, hold the cut up, show the cut,
I think it's deep. It's deep. Super deep.
That thing look like a mosquito bite.
Yeah, right. I wish. That thing hurt like hell. Stupid metal sliced me on those friggin' slabs. But we coming back next week if this man shows up to work and he stops slacking.
Slacking.
Let's get it. Stand episode 9 coming next. Let's get it.